Welcome back, fellas, to a brand new video. I've came to see Jamie, who has been on the channel before with his mad Chevette, which is in a bit of a sorry state now, unfortunately. But this is your girlfriend's car?
Girlfriend.
Nova with a 2-litre Z20 LEH VXR.
Yeah.
Cool car, mate, especially for you, lass. I mean, you've seen she does the shopping in it.
Yep, shopping, school run.
School run, everything in it.
To and from work.
Amazing. So it hasn't been built long either, has it?
No, it's only been built this year, so last 6 months or so, it's probably been on road properly. A few teething issues, like everything, but no, running well. Good, reliable car.
What did it start out as? So
originally it was a 1.2 carb engine. Bought the car pretty much as it is now, exterior-wise. So all the body kit, the wheels were already on it. Down from the south of Wales, so there was a 4.5-hour drive there and 4.5-hour drive back.
As a 1.2?
No, we had to recover it.
Oh, right.
One of my mates came down with a recovery truck. There was no way I was driving it all that way back.
So as you were scratched out the butt arches?
No, that came as
it is.
Yeah, so bodywork will be a Christmas job.
Are you going to do the bodywork, are you?
Yeah, the rear arches and just tidy a few little things up.
Are you going to leave a grey on the bottom? Because I do like the grey.
The missus wants the grey taken off completely and the side strips, and just wants the skirt leaving on, and all one colour. I
quite like it with the grey bumpers and the grey bottom half. It looks smart. So what wheels have we got on the front?
So the off a Calibra, Cavalier Calibra Cesaros, just a standard Vauxhall wheel.
Look nice.
15-inch, get behind the brakes.
Aye, look nice. She hasn't curbed them either.
No, not yet. It's always time.
No, they're nice wheels. They're kind of like a little bit like a Comp-Motive style wheel, don't they?
Yeah, a little bit.
So inside we've got still standard interior?
Yeah, all standard. So nice and subtle. Didn't want anything to really give it away.
All Mark 1 stuff?
Yeah, the only thing that's aftermarketed here is the gear shifter, because obviously with an F23 gearbox you've got a cable shifter, so it's coarse to see shifter cables and mechanism, and a Mark 1 Astra GT dash that's all blue dials.
Can I turn the turn on? That's cool, that like. What do the clocks top out at? Did it say 127 there?
They go faster.
Do they?
Yeah. It's just like a check when you first turn them on.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I've bought them off a friend that I've known for 15, 16 years, and they've always been sat on his shelf and he refused to sell them.
Do they fetch good money now, the clocks?
Oh yeah, doing like 150, 200 quid.
Are
they? Absolutely crazy money. If you've got the transducer and the wiring, they're crazy money.
Can we put the bonnet and have a look?
Yeah, absolutely.
So Z20 LEH.
Yep, LEH.
With an F23 gearbox.
Yeah, so it's F23 gearbox. I think it's one of the only ones on the road running with an F23 at the moment.
Really?
Yeah, reliably. It's not as simple as doing the old F20 stuff.
Is it right?
You've got to make custom mounts for the front, and the gearbox itself is a combination of an old Vectra B F23 and a new Astra GSI F23. Because the old Vectra one has a bigger bell housing for dual mass, so it's like a hybrid of both, just to clear the chassis rail. If
someone wanted to do this engine conversion a bit cheaper, you would use an F20 gearbox, couldn't you? It would be a bit cheaper.
Yeah,
How much do the engines go for now? About £1,000?
A forged one, you're talking £1,000 to 1,800 quid, but a standard one, probably about £700–800.
Is there much involved in putting them in?
Not really. The driver's side engine mount for these is the same as the XE and the LET. If you're using an F20 gearbox, it's all the same engine mounts as a red top conversion, but this has got custom mounts made by myself. See, it's got solid mounts on this side as well, same at the back, just to try and stop it rocking a little bit.
What about wiring?
So wiring, I bought a conversion loom for this off Gremlin Motorsport. They're absolutely brilliant wiring loom. It's literally a plug and play item. We put power and ground to it, started it up, and it ran straight away.
Straight away?
Yeah, absolutely brilliant stuff he does.
And you reckon it's about 300 brake at the minute?
Yeah, about 300.
So is it still in the standard turbo?
No, so it's hybrid turbo. I think it's a stage 2. It's got all forged internals, forged rods, forged pistons, double valve springs, Piper fast road cams. So yeah, it's a really well built engine. So, you know, it'd go for 500 horsepower if you change the turbo on the manifold. Yeah. pretty much set up for it. Yeah,
Aye.
there's a
Cool.
lot of work got into it. A lot of help from my friend Kyle over in Rotherham. He's done a couple of old Novas, but this is my first ever Nova. So yeah, a lot of help by him.
Cool.
That experience always helps.
Can we go for a drive?
Yeah, of course.
I like the dashboard as well instead of grey, it's like a blue, isn't it?
Blue, yeah, so I've kept everything. Everything's like standard Merit stuff. Even the
quite
seats.
changing it, is it? It's quite a cool look now.
It all just works, you know, and it's only for the missus and she loves it as it is.
I like your little heads-up display there on the windscreen.
Yeah, so the reason I've got that is when you do the gearbox conversion, you've got to put an F20 speedo ring on the diff.
Right.
So when it's cold, the speedo works absolutely fine. But as soon as you get some heat into it, it starts slipping.
All right.
To take it all apart, you've got to do full gearbox off, strip gearbox down. So that's a job.
Oh.
Job for after Christmas is that one.
Last mind, isn't it? Is that third?
Yeah, that was just third, that.
On damp roads as well, so it's far from ideal for the high power front wheel drive Vauxhall Nova.
Luckily it's got a limited slip diff in it, so it keeps it fairly straight.
That wheel's been in third. So it's still a 5-speed gearbox, isn't it?
Yeah, still 5 speeds, all converted to hydraulic clutch as well.
So the clutch pedal's quite light?
Yeah, nice and light. So I used the original Nova pedal, but I've adapted it to fit a master cylinder on from just a Willwood universal one. Yeah. So you can't really tell. The only thing about the pedals is the electronic throttle. So it's a
right, so is that why you've got your different pedal there?
Yeah. So with the pedal, it's a Astra VXR pedal, and it literally bolts straight to the bulkhead in exactly the right place.
Does it?
Yeah, no modifying, no nothing.
Did you know that before you done it?
And my mate Kyle, who helped me build it, he said he thinks that will work, and yeah, he did. Bolted straight on.
Well done, Kyle.
Yeah, well done, Kyle. Saved me a lot of headache, did Kyle.
There's plenty of people who've done these conversions on Novas now, isn't there? So
There is. I think at the moment, off the top of my head, I'm on the first one to have the F23 running, driving, daily, reliable. Everybody else seems to have had issues.
all right.
So it is, it runs and works.
Well, if you've got any questions for Jamie, I'll leave his Instagram. If you're building one of these, get in touch with him, pester him, pick his brains for the knowledge.
Yeah, I've had plenty of that in the past few months. You know, I always try and help everybody out. That's a good thing about the Vauxhall world.
It's a good thing about the car thing, isn't it? Everyone seems to help each other.
We do.
This is a bumpy road, mate, isn't it?
It is, it's very bumpy.
So what, Bilstein coilovers you were saying you were on?
Yeah, Bilstein coilovers front and back. You know, it's a bit bumpy now on this road.
It is a bumpy road, this.
It is.
It does seem to ride quite nice over
It's
the
not
Nova.
bad. You know, it is like 30-40 mil lower, but considering it's a big heavy engine up front, it handles and drives fairly well.
Have you had the car weighed since you put this engine in?
No, not yet. No.
Do you reckon it's under a ton?
I don't know. I wouldn't like to say or guess. But the engine and gearbox is significantly heavier than what came out.
Is it?
Yeah, miles heavier. You can lift the 1.2 out on its own with no gearbox. At least you've no chance.
I'm guessing these are steel blocks and other on the LEH?
Yes, yeah, steel
Not
blocks.
aluminium blocks?
Nah, just steel ones. The difference between these and the Z-lets is the under piston oil squirters and no balance shafts.
All right.
So it does, just makes it a little bit better.
So these have got the under piston oil squirters?
Yeah. Just to keep the pistons cool when
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What miles is on the shell?
53,000 on the
that
shell. Yeah, so it's not done many.
You never find really high mileage Novas, do you? Little old shopping cars.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a good little car, this. Just such a laugh to drive as well.
Fast.
Yeah, it feels like you're doing a million miles an hour.
Probably are.
Yeah, probably.
spin all the way
Yeah,
through.
that was just wheel spinning first. Yeah. You know, you can drive around sensibly, and then when you give it some, just loves it, loves the abuse.
That car behind us is gone now.
It disappeared fairly quickly.
That's just wheel spinning.
Yeah, all wheel spinning. I'm sure the car behind really appreciated that.
It's amazing how fast you can build a Nova, like, just for how cheap you can build such a fast car like a little Nova like this.
Well, I was working it out a few weeks ago. I reckon from buying this car and building it, I reckon I've got about $4 grand in this.
Is that it, really?
Yeah, which is not a lot of money to have a
No.
Nova that's 300 horsepower.
Let's see most things off on the road now as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
But I mean, if you go back 20 years ago, this would have been untouchable on the road, wouldn't it?
absolutely. Yeah, I've been offered silly money for it as well. Like people
Have you?
offering me 10 grand for it.
Were you not tempted?
I am, yeah. I'd sell it for 10 grand very quickly. But the missus is just that attached to it now.
Aye.
It's
It's her
just
car,
car.
isn't it?
It's her car now. If she wanted to sell it, that's entirely up to her. But
Have you put many miles on this since the engine was
yeah,
in?
she's done probably over 1,000 miles in this now.
Is it all strengthened as well? So you have
Yeah,
to
so-
strengthen the engine bays on them, don't you?
Yeah, so all the engine bay's been seam welded. Yeah, all the engine bay's been seam welded because of the classic Nova cracking that they all do. So yeah, all that's been done. It's all polybushed all throughout, which has made it a little bit bumpier, but it handles the power a little bit better. Really wants that Harry Hockley like suspension kit that they do with all the tie rods and stuff on the front. But you know, it's really good at benefits, and as well, the missus uses it for shopping and school runs. Don't think so.
You don't get too much shopping in the boot now, though.
No, not since there's an old school sub in there as well.
Is there?
Yeah. Just an old fusion sub, just to add to the nostalgia.
Mate, thanks a lot for that.
No problem.
I'll leave a link to Jamie's Instagram in the description of this video, and if you want to see another video with Jamie, I'll leave a link to check out his, what was it, 500 brake?
540 brake.
540 brake Vauxhall Chevette. Check that video out after this one. Yeah, again mate, thanks a lot.
No problem, thanks for coming.
I'll catch you on the next one, fellas. See ya.